centuries later, in the year of the same Lord, 2024, we gather once again in the upper room of Mary's house. Her children, once again, outnumbered and in need, aboard the bark of St. Peter, sailing to heavenly shores on stormy seas. We've gathered for many different reasons. Each of us comes bearing his or her own need, an urgent petition. But when we look together over the horizon, we see as well a common foe approaches. A new armada has assembled. It sails under a banner blank and empty, not an emblem or a word. You could call it the Armada of Amnesia, the fleet of the forgetters. And those who man the oars are not our enemies, but brothers and sisters enslaved. The fleet is large enough to make the devil blush with pride, because for centuries he has carefully cultivated our forgetfulness. He has labored to have us forget the unforgettable, to forget that the Creator has entered his creation, that God became man in a virgin's womb. The devil has labored to have us forget the reason for year one and the reason for year number 2024, to call our era common with no recollection of its Lord. The devil has labored to have us forget that the air we breathe fed the lungs of God, that the water we drink has quenched the thirst of its Lord, and the earth we walk has borne the footsteps of its Creator. The devil has labored to hide from our minds the radiant mercy and the love of the cross, to have us forget that the Lord who rose in glory will come again to judge the living and the dead. Yes, the cunning serpent has been patient, slowly turning reality into myth and myth into a forgotten dream. This is the great forgetting, the Armada of Amnesia. And let us be honest, because just as the Ottoman ships were rowed by Christian slaves, so too we have found ourselves among the forgetful, rowing the cursed oars ourselves against the bark of St. Peter. We too often have let the mysteries be forgotten, and the fleet has gathered strength. The Annunciation has been forgotten with its angelic honors given to the chosen mother, and a new feminism arises despising even motherhood itself. The Visitation has been forgotten with its prophet leaping in the womb, and a culture of death clamors for the right to kill the unborn. The Nativity has been forgotten with the poor godchild born in a stable, no crib, no bed, and the poor and the homeless are passed over with averted eyes. The miracle of Cana has been forgotten with its divine toast to husband and wife, and the creature pretends that marriage, sex, and gender are subject to its will. Our Lord's agony has been forgotten, his scourging and his heavy cross, and now doctors kill the suffering to put an end to their despair. The crowning with thorns has been forgotten, and the vainglorious sell their souls for likes and follows. The crucifixion and resurrection, the great ascension and assumption, the great victory of God, the triumph over sin and death, the offer of an eternal inheritance, the promised return to Eden, the offer of paradise without end. It has all, if you can believe it, been forgotten. And the inheritance of God is traded for the treasure of man. Now humbled and repentant, we gather like the apostles before in Mary's house again. And now we remember. We remember for all the world, we ponder and we pray.